We are going to do side A together. You can zoom in using your fingertips. You can zoom out. It says to fill in the number tree and write an equation for each number rack. So let's zoom in here and look at the first one that they've done for us. We have got some beads on the top and some beads on the bottom. I've got 5 on the top, and that's part. So I'm going to put 5 on one of the little part legs. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom. So I'm going to put 4 in the other part. So 5 plus 4, I'm going to write that equation. And so I'm going to do 5, and then I'm going to use what I know about my touch points. And I'm going to add the 4 to get 6, 7, 8, 9. And that 9 goes up on my hole. Let's do this again for the second one. So on the top row, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to use my pencil and I'm going to put 5 on one of my parts. On the second rack, I've got 1. So when I put those two parts together, I'm going to look for the hole, which always means that I'm adding. So 5 and 1 more. When I add, I touch the biggest number, say its name, and count up on the other number. So I've got 5, 6. My answer is 6, which means the total is 6. Now notice my handwriting is not perfect, and that is not the goal here. The goal is to be able to use this tool to get our assignments done and turned in and interactive, so we don't have to worry about papers and pencils and printing and all of that things. All right, let us, oh look, I made a little error. I can use my eraser. All right, let's move on to the next one. Here I've got 1 bead on top, so I'm going to write a 1 on this part. Another bead on the bottom, which is also 1. And when I join those two parts together and I'm looking for the total, that means I'm adding. So my number sentence is 1 plus 1, which is 1, 1, 2. So 2 is my answer. 2 is my hole. On the bottom set of number beads, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 on the top rack, which is 1 part, and 5 on the bottom rack, which is the other part. The only time I add is when I'm looking for the hole. So this time I'm going to start with 5, and I'm going to count up on the 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 is my answer, which means it is my total. It is my hole. All right, I'm going to erase that extra line here and scroll down to this second part. They have given me an equation for each one of these, and I am supposed to draw a number tree for each. So if you look at the number sentence here, I've got 2 plus 3 equals 5. Remember, in addition, the answer on this other side of the equal sign represents the whole or the total amount. And these two are the parts that we're putting together. So the 2 is 1 part, the 3 is 1 part, and the total goes at the top. Let's choose green this time, and let's draw a number tree. 6 plus 4 equals 10. Remember that the total goes up here, and my parts go here. I'm going to choose a different color for this bottom one. 7 plus 2 equals 9. So I'm going to draw my number tree. I'm going to put the whole, which is 9 on top. 7 is one part. 2 is the other part. And for my last number tree, which is 4 plus 3 equals 7, I know 7 is my whole, 4 is one part, and 3 is the other part. Now it looks like in order to touch this again, I have to get out of that drawing tool in order to move on. So on this second part, page B, this is your independent work. As you finish that from classroom, when you touch on this, this is going to open in Kami. Side A, we will have done together. Side A we will have done together. Side B is for you to complete independently.